stretch our limbs, wash our face, make ourselves a cup of coffee, and then we take out our phone to check what's on today's agenda. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For thousands and thousands of past years, whether you talk about 20th century China, ancient India, or medieval Egypt, the question, what's on today's agenda, has our same answer all the time. War, plague, and famine has always been on top of humanity's agenda. We have played to countless institutions, social structures. We have prayed to every god possible, but we were not able to solve these problems. But the good news is, we live in a time when we have able to manage these problems. Back then, it wasn't uncommon to know that 5 to 10% of the whole population has died because of famine. In 1692, when famine occurred in France, around 2.8 million people died, which was 15% of the total population. It wasn't just a singular case. Same thing happened in Estonia, same thing happened in Africa, same thing happened everywhere. How many of us have missed our lunch sometimes? I guess all of us misses them. Maybe we have gone to a fast for a day or two due to religious reasons. But how many of us have gone for days without eating, not knowing when the next morsel of food will come? The next biggest problem that the humanity faced was plague. The biggest one came in 1330s. It was known as the Black Death. In 20 years, it killed around 200 million people, which was 1/4 of the population of the whole Eurasia. And it wasn't just a singular case. When Sir James Captain Cook arrived in the Hawaiian Islands, it was a densely populated area, isolated from Americas and Europe. But when Captain James Cook came, he also brought with him flu, tuberculosis, and syphilis. And in just a few years, only 70,000 Hawaiian inhabitants remain. The good news is, we have very much reduced the impact and the incidences of such diseases. For example, in 1967, around 15 million people were affected by smallpox. Now, no one is. In fact, the victory is so comprehensive, we do not even find vaccination for smallpox by WHO. Another good news, wars on a decline. In ancient traditional societies, around 15% of the people used to die because of wars. In early 20th century, 5% of the people used to die of wars. Now, 1% people die of wars. As a matter of fact, in 2012, around 56 million people died, out of which 120,000 people died because of wars. And in contrast, 800,000 people died because of suicide, and 1.5 million people died because of diabetes. We live in times where sugar kills more people than gunpowder. So, my question to all of you present here is, are we happier than our previous generations after achieving so much that we have? Tough one, isn't it? In fact, something very obvious, that the more developed a country is, the more rate of suicide there is. In a developed country like France or New Zealand, more than 10 people per 100,000 are committing suicide. Whereas in poor countries like Haiti and Peru, less than 5 people per 100,000 commit suicide. Japan's economy has grown 5 times in the last 60 years, but their happiness level hasn't increased. Then why is it so that our happiness seems to be banging against a glass ceiling, unable to get out of it? That glass ceiling is held by 2 stout pillars, one psychological and one biological. Psychologically, our happiness is when we meet our expectations. When our reality is what we expect, we feel happy. Imagine one day you're coming to office, the manager pulls you around and says, "You are doing a tremendous job, Deepak. Here, you get a promotion, your salary is up." You'll feel happy, right? But as our comfort level increases, our expectations also increase, and after some time we become dissatisfied with that salary as well. Another reason is biological. Happiness is not something that is caused by some external events. It's caused by internal sensations. Imagine you're Mario Götze, 2014 Football World Cup final, 75,000 people in Marathon Stadium in Rio, billions watching you on stadium, 113 minutes have passed, only 7 minutes remain. The ball comes towards you, you handle it with a deft touch and you hit it and it buries in the goal. People are mad, there's a pandemonium in stadium, you're mobbed by your teammates. What do you think makes Mario Götze happy at that moment? It's not scoring the World Cup final goal, it's not being the hero of the world. It's the internal sensations inside the body which tells us that he's feeling good. And unfortunately, evolution comes into picture. Because if we stay happy for all the time, we will be unaware of the dangers that surround us, and hence we'll die. So to survival for the fittest, we'll have to become unhappy again. So even if you score the World Cup winning goal, you won't be happy for the rest of your life. So where does this leave us? Does this mean we cannot be happy? Well, this also teaches a very important lesson. The fact is that we all tend to think that, okay, we'll achieve this and then we'll be happy. But it's not true. Because whenever you'll be happy, you'll be sad after some time. So what my advice to all of us is, let's enjoy the journey that comes with it. Enjoy the small beautiful things that we have in our life now. Because even if we reach our goal, we will be sad again. And if we can enjoy the small beautiful things that we have in our life, we can be happy no matter what generation we live. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Usman sir. Now tell me, feel that energy. Is it right?